Chapter 13. Madison flew higher and higher into the quiet sky of the pleasant, sunny late October morning. He had surveyed a bit of London that lay below him. He was looking for landmarks. The Holdsworth lived in Greenwich, quite close to the park. Madison knew because Harry told him all about the park and the observatory and the Queen's house and the bend in the Thames where the Cutty Sark lay. He was nursing a wild hope that he might be able to see some part of this, but no, there was no sign of the river, no sign of any park. All he could see was row after row houses with here and there blocks of high-rise flats towering above them, and traffic crawling like flies stuck in a web of narrow streets.
Already the effort of gaining height was beginning to tire him, so he glided down to the nearest tall building and landed on its roof. "Mad," said Mad. "Take it easy, fella. Get your breath and use your brains. Examine the pros and cons of the situation. Make a plan. Act on it. On the plus side, you're free. You are returned to health. You are somewhere in London. Harry is somewhere in London. Only the minus, you're lost. So what do? You contact Harry. So what do you say? Hi, Harry. Come and get me. I'm somewhere in London. Big deal. There's only about 400 square miles of it. No, you gotta fix a meeting place, a rendezvous, some point that you and Harry can both find easy. Okay, let's find a telephone. Hold on, Buster. You just gonna walk into some guy's house and say, "Howdy, stranger. Mind if I use your phone?" No, it's gotta be a public telephone. Oh yeah, you gonna open a door of a telephone box with your lousy beak, huh? Or you're gonna smash one of its windows like vandals do. Hey, wait a minute, buddy boy. That's it. That's the answer to find a vandal's public telephone box. Madison Holdsworth, you ain't just a pretty face. Let's go.
He was not long in discovering his first telephone box. Being red made them easy to spot from the air, but when he flew down to it he found it occupied, and the next two that he investigated, one was empty but in good repair, so there was no way in for him, and the other had just been too thoroughly vandalised. All its windows broken, the directories ripped up, the coin box smashed, and the instrument torn out. Against one wall was a spray-painted message in large capital letters informing a puzzle Madison that Spurs ruled okay.
But at last, after several more disappointments, his luck turned. He had flown across the green turf of what he knew from the television was a football stadium, and just beyond it he found what they wanted, standing beneath a street sign that read White Hart Lane, with a box that was both empty and undamaged, except that someone had thoughtfully kicked in one of the lowest panes of glass.
Madison crept in and fluttered up on top of the coin box. He picked up the receiver and dialed 100. "What number do you require?" said the operator. "I want to make a reverse charge call," said Madison, and he gave the Holdsworth number and Harry's name. "And your name is, sir?" "Madison Holdsworth." "Just a moment, please. Trying to connect you." There were buzzings and clickings and ringing tones, and at last Harry's voice. "Will you accept the charges?" "Yes, oh yes," said Harry. "Go ahead, please, caller."
"Harry? Mad! Is it really you? What's happened? Where have you been? Are you all right? Yeah, I'm just fine. Tell you all about it when we meet. Gee, it's great to hear you, Harry boy. Oh, Mad, where are you? In a phone box. Yes, but where? Tell me where. I'll come and fetch you. I'll come straight away. Somewhere called White Hart Lane.
Oh gosh, that's North London, miles from here. Then I'll be like the swallows, said Madison. I'll fly south for the winter. I figure all we gotta do is fix a spot to meet. That's a brill idea, said Harry. Yeah, you ain't got a monopoly of brains, kid, but where? Monopoly, thought Harry. Of course, Mad's favourite property. That's the place, Trafalgar Square. He said, Listen, Mad, you're some way north of the river, say 7 or 8 miles as the crow flies. The parrot? Yes, listen, just fly south till you see the Thames. You'll see Trafalgar Square just on your side of the river. You can't miss it. There's the column and the fountains and the 4 lions, one at each corner. I'll meet you there. I'll leave a note for Mum and get the first train I can for Charing Cross. It'll probably take me about an hour. We shall get there about the same time.
At this moment, Madison heard the loud, tuneless singing. Coming towards the telephone box was a man with a red nose and a bottle in his hand. He was not walking very straight when he reached the box. He leaned against it and took a long drink. Then he peered inside. "Harry," said Madison harshly, I gotta go. See you." And he put back the receiver and made his exit through the broken pane. "A parrot," the man said carefully, speaking on a telephone. Time I stopped, and he emptied the bottle on the pavement.